What is a kaleidocycle? I think you probably know what a kaleidoscope is, right? You also probably know that a cycle is something that moves. Well, a kaleidocycle combines the two. It's a kind of a kaleidoscope that moves. You'll see in the end. Promise. And I'll add, I think they're pretty awesome. To begin your kaleidocycle project, you've each been given a template that looks just like this. On that template are detailed instructions about how you're going to construct your kaleidocycle. Hopefully this video will help as well. You each have a template that looks like this diamond shape. There are numbers of these diamond shapes on the original larger template, but we're going to start with just this template first. Actually, you're going to fold that diamond in half so you have a triangle shape. Then you're going to fold that triangle in half so that you have this triangle shape. This is the shape where you will draw your original design so that when we copy it and copy it again, you will have a full symmetrical design. So for example, this is what 1/4 of the diamond shape template that I drew looked like. Then using either carbon paper or a light box or a light table or the window or an overhead projector as a light source, I was able to trace it so that I now have 1/2 of my diamond design back to that first triangle that we had. Again, by tracing using either carbon paper or a light source, I was then able to complete my design onto the entire diamond shape. Now you are ready to begin tracing your finished diamond template to the first template that had a number of diamond shapes. You'll notice that some of the shapes are half diamonds or the larger triangle shape. You will trace part of your template into these areas. In this image you can see that I have traced my diamond template 6 times, repeating over and over again in each of the diamond shapes. Here I have completely traced my template onto the larger template that has full diamond shapes and half diamond or triangle shapes. Now we need to think about color. Each row of diamond shapes will have a color added symmetrically to match the symmetrical design of the template itself. You may choose marker or colored pencil, but whatever you choose, you will want to do that for your entire project. If you choose colored pencil, just be sure to use a firm pressure to give a rich, dark color. My first row is colored in an analogous color scheme. That is, each color is next to each other on the color wheel. So for example, green and blue and yellow are found next to each other on the color wheel. Therefore, they are analogous. My second row of diamonds are colored with the primary colors. The primary colors are known as red, yellow, and blue. They are primary because no two colors can be mixed together to make any of these 3 colors. However, these 3 colors can be mixed together to make other colors such as the secondary colors. And speaking of the secondary colors, my third row of diamond templates is colored with the secondary colors. Orange, which is made by mixing red and yellow, green, which is made by mixing yellow and blue, and violet, which is made by mixing red and blue. Color is added to the last row of diamond templates using the complementary colors. In this example, that would be yellow and violet. Complementary colors are found opposite each other on the color wheel. Once all my coloring is complete, this is what my template looks like. You'll notice there are some white areas left on the template. These are tabs that will help us when we glue our project together. Okay, so here is my colored kaleidocycle template with all of my designs traced and colored added to them. Remember, I have analogous, primary, secondary, and complementary. Now what you're going to need to do is on all of the original black lines that made the diamonds, you're going to need to trace exactly with a ruler, and this is where you need to be extremely careful because what we're doing is we're scoring the paper fibers to make it easy to fold. So what you want to do is you want to line up your ruler, and with a ink pen, a ballpoint pen, you want to push hard and you want to trace on all of those original black lines. Okay. And again, this is going to break the paper fibers and make it so that it's going to fold easily. Okay, I think I have them all going that way. So I want to make sure I get them going this way as well. Okay, so now what we can do is we definitely want to leave, these are going to be tabs, we want to leave those alone. But what we're going to do is we're going to add some rubber cement. We're going to use the rubber cement dry mount. I'm going to protect my surface so I don't get rubber cement all over the table. You can use just a piece of scratch paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a generous amount of rubber cement on the white tabs that you see on the front here. See, I goobered a little bit there, so I can pick that up. And across those tabs. Okay. So now we're going to let that dry, and then I will show you where you're going to put rubber cement on the back side. Okay, that looks dry. So now I'm going to flip it over, and where I'm going to put rubber cement this time is just across. If you kind of visually draw a line all the way across from these valleys, that's where you're going to want to have rubber cement, because those triangles that we have as tabs on the front are actually going to match up to these on the back. I know it sounds confusing, but you'll see it just falls together. Now we've got some tabs over here, and those tabs then are going to adhere to this edge, so we want to just put a stripe of rubber cement down that edge, and we're going to let those dry. Now that all our rubber cement is dry, what we're going to do is we're going to fold on those lines that we scored, and you want to fold them in both directions. And make sure you get all of them. Alright, so now it's ready to be starting to put together, and this is where it's a little bit tricky. So what you're going to do, you can kind of see the little diamonds on the inside there. And what you're going to do is you're going to pull this one around so that it's going to match up to this one. And once you get it matched up, you can stick it together and the rubber cement will grab onto it. Okay? Then you come down and do the next one. And again, you want to kind of encourage it, make sure it's getting stuck well. And then the last one, go just like that. So now you have something that looks like this. Now, you'll notice that it's coming up a little bit. The more you work with it and the more you use this, it's going to fold together better. So actually what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to bring this around so that it becomes a single unit. Now you may have to trim just a little bit on these tabs, but don't trim away too much. You just want to trim away enough that it fits neatly inside this little pocket, and that's the little pocket where you put that glue along that edge, and you have glue on here. So what you're going to do is you're going to put it together so that it matches up, kind of secure it in there, and then you're going to roll this. Now you can see how your design is coming together. And you want to roll it till you get to the other side like this, and you want to try to kind of get that in there. Now if you do have a little bit peeking out here, what you can do is you can remove the rubber cement off of that area, and you could add just a little bit of your color in there to camouflage that. But that is your finished kaleidocycle. So here's how it works. So you'll notice how your design is a radial design coming out from the center. It's the same. And you'll notice how each design kind of presents something different. This, I kind of see this scalloped shape here, and that's just based on how you did your coloring. Now here, not only do I have this scallop shape, but I kind of get this zigzag shape here visually popping out at me. When I get to here, I kind of see a triangle, and that triangle's been there in all the other ones, but if you look at this one in particular, notice how this forms a triangle. And so you have lots of different things going on in your design. So what you're going to want to do lastly is you're going to want to take a pen or a marker, and you're going to want to label this. So I could label this complementary. And then I could spin it, and this would be my secondary. And spin it, and this would be my primary. And spin it, and this would be my analogous. And I think that takes us back to complementary. Now, another thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you sign it. Then I know who it belongs to. And that's your finished kaleidocycle project.